Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. So in this video we're going to take on the Potara SBR as part of the second batch of SBR stages that was introduced to DBZ Dokkan Global. In terms of free-to-play units, the only ones that I can truly suggest to you are the Zamasu, the Candy Vegeta, and we can suggest the Super Strength Blue Vegeta as well. I'm not going to take him simply because I do kind of want to show off a slightly different team here. I also quite like to show off this rainbow physical Vegeta that I just got. So yeah, you can't run him and the physical Vegeta, so we're just going to take the physical one for now. But in terms of the rest of the team, we've got the Kefla as the lead for the team. She's 150% Potara lead. We're using Kefla because I didn't want to take the Ella in Vegeta obviously, and I couldn't take the Super Tech, Ella Vegeta as well, so we kind of have to take the Kefla. Obviously she's the worst lead out of the three, but she's okay. She changes in spears to physical spears. She's got attack and defense of 12% per key spear obtained, and a medium chance to evade enemies' attack, which is 30%, which isn't too bad. And she's got a 50% chance to crit on her additional attack. So you actually just want to she's got a 50% chance for additional attacks to become a super attack. So you actually just want to build crit on her completely, which is really nice for her build that she has. Then the next unit that we have that's going to kind of float on with her is the Candy Vegeta. Obviously you guys know him from the Majin Buu Saga SBR that I did. He's got a 70% chance of evading attack. He disables enemy guard. He's got 20% attack and defense per tech spear obtained, 10% defense per non-tech spear, and he raises attack and defense with a high chance of stunning on his essay. So they're looking pretty good so far. We've then got the Gawasu and Zamasu, who are floating support. These guys are pretty good. They're all allies key +2 and attack and defense +70%. And then they have a high chance as well, 50% chance of evading enemies' attack, key +5 and attack +100% when attacking extreme enemies. That's not too useful in this stage, the key +5 and the attack +100%, because we fight quite a few super category enemies. But they do seal on their super attack, which is super helpful as well. So yeah, definitely want to keep that in mind because that's going to come in handy for the third stage. Then the other units that we are taking here is obviously we have the physical blue Easy A Vegeta. He is obviously one of the better cards in the game. Greatly raises attack and defense on every SA. He's got attack and defense +40% at the start of the turn, plus a great chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each which have a 30% chance of becoming a super attack, and he reduces damage by 40% on all super attacks, which is pretty good. We're also rolling with the Easy A physical Goku Black, who we're going to run next to the Zamasu Goku Black card. He lowers attack and defense on his SA, which is pretty good. He's also a Nuka type, so it's great that we have Kefla producing orbs for him on the team. He gains attack and defense of 15% per orb, 3 key for extreme class, key +1 for every kind of key achieved. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow when he is fighting a Goku's family enemy. And then finally, the very, very last member of our team, you saw him in the Realm of the Gods SBR, I believe it was, and in the Future Saga SBR you'll probably see him, the Zamasu / Goku Dawn of Darkest Justice LR, the free-to-play LR. Attack and defense 59%, key +1 with each attack received, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies, and he gains an additional attack and defense of 20% whenever he finishes off an enemy. Now that we've gone through the team, it's good to take a look at how we are going to set them up. So the one rotation that we're going to set up here is we're going to basically have the Candy Vegeta and the Kefla currently for now. In the beginning here, Candy Vegeta has a decent chance to stun, so we kind of want to keep him on rotation as long as possible. He also has a great chance to evade, which is very helpful. Then Kefla, we're just going to keep on rotation because she links okay with them. They share 1 or 2 links there, but more importantly, we want to push this Zamasu onto rotation with the Goku Black. While we're doing that, we want to take a look here and then basically move the Vegeta next to the Kefla eventually. That's kind of the play here. I leave this rotation as is, simply because I want to eliminate this unit as quickly as possible, and I don't want to take any risks in terms of the rotation. We fight 2 physical units in the very beginning. Fortunately, our team has no int units, so this is a real problem in the first stage if you are using the int a la Vegeta as a lead or double leads or in your team. There can also be a slight problem if you're using the cars, the Supreme cars, or maybe even the Goku Black or the Zamasu, but realistically these guys aren't too much of a problem, especially since the cars have a high chance of evading. And then the friend lead we took is the int a la Vegeta. He's going to float for the most part, simply because he gains so much from orbs and all of that. And I just want to kind of float him because also I don't want to spam this, because we already took the physical blue Vegeta. I thought we might want to just kind of hold up here and just kind of take the int LR kind of off rotation, just so we can display how good the rest of the team is doing in their respective roles. So that's the first fight done. It wasn't too hard. Really, once we got them locked down in rotation and we got a couple stuns off and some sealing, it really wasn't too bad. This is the thing with what I meant by how Zamasu and them, Gowasu and Zamasu is not going to really get that 5 key going. It's because every single stage here is against a super enemy, so he doesn't get that 5 key or that attack, but his seal's still really helpful and it's going to come in handy big time. Over here on this rotation, obviously the thing we need to keep out for is that they have an int Gogeta. Fortunately, we have quite a few physical units, so taking out int Gogeta is not too bad. And the tech Gotenks isn't too much of a concern for us, similarly just because we don't have any AGL units. The only real risks from the tech Gogeta is obviously the Candy Vegeta, but his evasion should keep him safe. I thought we were dead here, but I forgot how much health we had as a team. We took a lot of damage there. Good old Goku Black. He's not the tankiest unit. You could raise his links, maybe get him a Cold Judgment partner in that int Zamasu, but yeah, he's not the tankiest unit, and even if you get him his links leveled up, you're really relying on getting Cold Judgment activated as a link for him to become super tanky. But that rotation survived well enough, and once they get some attack lowering going and we get a seal or a stun off, you'll find that rotation does perfectly adequately. And then if you can obviously finish off an enemy with the Zamasu Goku Black, it obviously does help quite a bit. So you can see there Vegeta chunked down this Goku's health quite substantially, which is pretty good. We need that because we need him to kind of push through and take out one of the enemies so we can control the other one up between a mixture of sealing, attack lowering, and everything like that. That is the main benefit of this stage. Is that there's quite a few, very few opponents in each stage, which means you can actually focus in and zone in on eliminating some units. You can see there that Kefla does get decently tanky from getting quite a number of orbs. Remember, this is a rainbow Kefla obviously, and we do have Zoasu and Gowasu. Gowasu and Zamasu on rotation. And they are giving her quite a substantial buff. The reason I rolled with a heal there is really just simply I was worried about Candy Vegeta, and I was a little bit worried about taking another super. I thought definitely another super would give us problems. But Kefla is going to do some pretty decent damage. She'll be a lot better once she gets her EZA. And also, to be honest, she actually wouldn't be that bad if we had the strength Kefla on this team. They would link up really well, which would really help her out in terms of her stats and her key and everything. She would generate orbs, which would help lay out the field to create pathways for the strength Kefla to get her 6 orbs. So overall, it's not that bad a situation. As you can see here, though, obviously we went for the stun on the tech Gotenks there. That's very important because we need to make sure that we can obviously stun him and keep control of the fight. Now that he's stunned, we shouldn't have too many large issues in terms of this stage. We need to take out the Vegeta, obviously, which we do manage to with the Zamasu Goku combination, and that gives him extra stats as well. So that was fortunate for us that we just did a little bit less damage. I kind of tried to plan it that way. It's going to make him a lot more tankier, and he gets his additional attack, which also helps because it's going to lower this Gotenks' attack and defense for next turn. So now he's lowered a little bit, so even then, if he was to get an attack off, we may not be too concerned about it. As you can see now, the Vegetas come back onto rotation. You can just see me kind of toying with what the best rotation is here. You can see also that I'm trying very hard not to get a Dokkan attack here. Again, I don't suggest ever doing this in a way that can cost you the run. I try these sometimes just to maintain my Dokkan attacks as much as possible. I actually think I fail here anyway, and I get it next turn. But I was hoping between, the Vegeta might get some additionals and crit on all of them, which he doesn't. I mean, he does get an additional, and he does crit on both of them. But he didn't get like 3 additional super attacks, which would have maybe finished off Gotenks. So we end up getting the Dokkan attack at the end of this turn on a single unit, which isn't, the best situation. But fortunately, the next fight we are just battling it out. So it's not too bad a situation. Obviously, it could have been much better. But, we can't always control how the orbs fall. And with units like Candy Vegeta and Kefla, where orbs will determine their stats quite substantially, it's obviously a little bit risky to juggle not taking orbs, especially when you're trying to set the pace and get ahead of the curve so that you have some kind of control over the fight in the final round. So, yeah, it's no problem really. We'll take the free heal, and then we'll move on from there. See how we can go. As we enter into the third fight, obviously we're sitting in a pretty decent situation. We definitely could be maybe slightly worse off, but nothing too major. My biggest problem so far is just that the rotation we got starting off is a little bit wonky. Kefla is obviously here. Preferably, I would have liked to maybe have Easy A Vegeta Blue in the third slot, just because that would have obviously helped us in terms of not taking damage and maybe just having a lot more control of the first turn. But you can see we've moved the LR onto main rotation. That's obviously because we are playing against a tech type, and I've kept Candy Vegeta on the main rotation obviously because of the stun and the evasion. As you can see here, we managed to stun the Gogeta. It's actually better off if you have like physical Vegeta or physical Vegeta Blue or any Vegeta really, or any counter unit that you actually just seal and attack lower the enemy. That's going to actually allow you to chew through them faster, because by stunning them, they're not going to be able to actually attack your counter unit, which means he's going to be missing, if he's got crits in that, he's going to be missing quite a substantial amount of damage. But he's stunned for now. We managed to get even more attack lowering here. Both of them attack lower. There we go, doubling up. And that's really going to help us out obviously next turn, when we are trying to defend against a whole bunch of attacks. Vegeta doesn't get too lucky there in terms of additionals, but at this stage we are not in the perfect situation, but we're definitely in a situation that makes it so that we are more in control of what's going on. As you can see here, I decided to roll with an item, just in case I roll with the item, just because Zamasu and Zamasu, they have their evasion, but if they take a super attack, they would have died. And then of course he super attacks immediately on the in Vegeta. So I didn't need to use it at all. But that is just one of those things that does happen, and it's not too much of a problem. So Vegeta is doing some decent damage. He's not getting his 18 key or anything, which is obviously just because we don't have necessarily the best units to link with him. If we had maybe like Strength Vegeta could link with Int Vegeta and do quite well, and by that I mean obviously Strength Goku and Vegeta. Otherwise, you know, the physical Majin Buu lead Vegeta does also link with him alright. They are missing a couple links, but does link with him pretty decently. Even the LR Tech Vegeta shares 1 or 2 key links with him, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, then if we take a look here, you can see how I'm just kind of thinking about how to roll with this rotation here. Obviously the main thing is to get the attack lowering. That's going to be the most important part, and then I just think about leaving the orbs for the next turn so we can maybe get an 18 key out of Vegeta. By now though, because he's sealed and because we're getting quite a bit of attack lowering going on, it's pretty good so far. We have complete control over this final round, and now it's just really about whittling Vegeta down to the point where we can take him out. He will obviously next turn not be sealed because we're going to have no Goasu and Zamasu on rotation. I could have possibly kept them on rotation, but that's just one of those things that you have to consider at the time. And due to their reduced evasion and the fact that they won't have any kind of type advantage, I did just shift them off because I was slightly concerned about them taking too much damage. But as you can see here, we have a good rotation finally for the Vegeta. They both managed to get some decent links, and you can see here obviously these guys are going to finally get their 18 key. In fact, they get a 24 key, so there we go. Some decent damage as well from them. Obviously they're a little bit outdated now, but they still do some pretty decent numbers, especially if you've got them linked up properly with high links. They do some really impressive numbers. And then we're going to have the Easy A Vegeta come in and dish out some pretty good damage here. Some nice stats. This should just go to show that this Gogeta here, 200k damage. This Gogeta here in this final stage has such a high ass health pool. I mean, he is tanking huge amounts of hits. And this is why you need more control than you just need damage. Because yeah, you can do damage and you can take them out eventually, but especially when the ESBR comes out for this and those kind of stages come out, you really do just need to control the fight. Having control is going to help you a lot more. This unit's got way too much health for you to whittle your way through and work your way through and slowly get there. You're just going to have to push and push and push and push and keep control, stunning, sealing, stunning, sealing. That's going to really help you the most in terms of this fight. But we're managing to do that perfectly fine. We're attack lowering perfectly great with our Goku Black combination. They're keeping the attack nice and low, which is obviously in turn preventing us from taking too much damage. Vegeta was stunned, which is perfect because now Zamasu and Goasu and Zamasu can steal him, and then we can obviously get the rest of the units to just kind of control the fight from there, because his attack is so low now that even he with such high attack stats won't manage to do too much damage to our units. And here we go. See, even with multiple attack lowering and 40% damage reduction on Vegeta, he still does such a decent amount of damage. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the fight here. We're going to finish him off with Blue Vegeta, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the run. I'll check you guys in the next video. Let me know how you guys go with the SBR, and obviously we'll be tackling the final 10 stages we need pretty shortly. Thanks for watching, good luck, have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But for now, that's all from me. Cheers, and bye.